Hi everyone, my name is Carmen. Well, you know that by now. At least I hope so. So, high school is over. Dang, that is so sad. Not. I enjoyed my years here, but I also didn't because, man, the past 2 years have been really rough. I think I pretty much checked every item on the high school bucket list aside from social events because those are scary. Anyway, I don't have much time. If I did, I'd be much more quippy. So let's jump into which classes and memories I actually enjoyed in these 4 years of heaven. My two most memorable classes would definitely have to be my Principles of AV class and my Advanced AV Production class over at the Reese Center. My Principles of AV class was very weird. It was taught by a teacher named Mr. Bowie, who is actually a Kempner teacher, but he taught this class over at Austin for first and second period before going back to Kempner for the rest of the day. We had no cameras and old computers that couldn't even run Photoshop. And we were stuck in F Hall. Who takes classes in F Hall? So while we were stuck with no cameras and really bad computers, we at least did one film project that was an over-the-top action short, and I chose to write mine over two guys fighting over the last eraser in their class, and it was actually a lot of fun. The other memorable class is my AV production class over at the Reese Center. I love this class. I mean, obviously, I am studying film in college. It burned me out a lot creatively, but it pushed me to work harder, faster, and smarter because the more I screwed up, the more I learned. Some of the projects I've done in this class, I had so much fun making, like a silly Coke commercial, a Demon Slayer music video that was just insane, a stop motion animation I did with toys, an anime podcast that's actually on the James Reese YouTube channel, and I even did a commercial for a local politician running for office in this class. This actually leads into my skill/talent that I want to highlight, and that would be my ability to make my own stories. All of the videos I talked about earlier were actually written, directed, and edited by yours truly. I've won awards in the FBISD Film Fest, I've directed a live broadcast, I used to work for KP George's communications department where I made videos about the county, and I'm certified in Adobe Premiere Pro. So what I'm trying to say here is that I'm very experienced in the pre to post-production process, and I know how to properly bring a story to an audience because I have a lot of experience in doing that in different ways. Okay, this one is short, but my one piece of advice that I want to share is Google and YouTube is your best friend. Seriously, Crash Course and Khan Academy have saved my GPA so many times, and they are way better than some textbooks. I'm also a visual learner, so anything with graphics up there helps me a lot. One piece of literature that I really enjoyed was actually No Exit. No, I'm serious. I really haven't enjoyed anything else that I've read in high school. Most I have read and then tossed aside. Existentialism to me is fascinating, and No Exit seems to have inspired my favorite sitcom called The Good Place. The Good Place has a lot of elements that were clearly inspired by No Exit, like the concept of helping other people. So I'm maybe just a little biased on why this might be my favorite.
Up to the bop, to the bop, to the top.
Okay, no,
What?
no. No version of heaven for anyone would ever include 3 hours of this. We're in the bad place, aren't we?
Damn it. That was a real trip for biscuits, and now we're all wet, Daddy-O.
I didn't end up being super close to many of my teachers, but I can name several that I enjoyed the classes of and inspired me to some degree. One would be Miss Koopman for A-Push last year. She made me really like history, and I was also the only student in her second period class for some reason, so the one-on-one teaching was a lot of fun. Next is Gunnery Sergeant Green, who inspired me to be a leader and to not be afraid to take charge. This helped me a lot because later down the line I got a lot of positions as director and had to direct other people who sometimes did not want to listen. Lastly, I want to thank my long-term English substitute over at the Reese Center, Miss Thompson. She was super chill and let me sleep, watch anime, and use sketchy passes to get out of class to go back to my video production class. I pretty much had no teacher for English 3, and even though Ms. Thompson wasn't an English teacher, she did her absolute best to teach us what she knew. And I look back on that class with fond memories thanks to her. So that's my high school recap. It's been a lot of ups and downs, but I made it. Sure, I'm very sleep deprived, but I made it. I'm actually going to college in Ithaca, New York. And no, I don't mean Cornell. I'm going to Ithaca College, where all the art nerds go, and the book smart people go over to Cornell. And all is peaceful. Except for when it snows and you freeze to death in the 5 feet of snow that falls for half the year. Oh no,